Hi guys, and welcome to this video for Gravel. So we've just had the release of the Ford Bronco, which is a free DLC car. As you can see here, 500 horsepower, 4-wheel drive. It's a 5-litre engine V8, and looks absolutely bonkers, doesn't it? So we're going to get involved in a few events and see what this new car is all about. Okay, so here we are at Alaska. This is one of the career mode events. Wet weather, medium difficulty AI, and this is a point A to B cross country event. Okay, so the Ford Bronco looking absolutely menacing. Okay, waiting for the off there. We're going to be using the cockpit view for this race. We're going to switch it up in future events. But using the Thrustmaster T300 racing wheel with the TX leather edition wheels, I forget to change up. I am on manual gears, as you can see. Okay, so this is a 4-speed car then, so you really got to keep it rolling to get the best out of it. We're talking about 230 kilometers per hour top speed on the brakes then. Whoa, bit of sideways action then. So although it is a heavy car, you know, it's still getting it sideways, still a lot of fun, which is good. Oh, getting bumps now. Barely making that turn there. Help with the sign there, just helped me get round. But we are in last place actually, so we are struggling at the moment. We're just getting to grips with the new car. Oh, a little bit of a bump there, but that's what it's all about, gravel. Getting up close and personal, trading paint. That's what makes it such a fun game to play. Okay, so approaching the bridge then. Halfway through this point A to B race, so I've got a lot of catching up to do still. No damage yet on the car, which is good. Again on the brakes then, third gear this time. Just trying to get on the outside, trying to muscle my way through these various large cars. There you got the Hummer in front. Don't particularly want to mess with that thing if I can help it. Okay, I'm going to have a little cheeky look on the inside here. There we go, so up into third place, up into second now. So we chase down the lead car, 78 completion. So we've got 20% of the race to go. Up this uphill section then. So heavy car, as you can imagine, it struggles up there. Let's throw it into this left-hander and hope for the best. Okay, so here we are then. So up against the Ford, a fellow Ford Bronco in front. Oh, it's going to be close for the line. It's going to be very, very close. Oh, hitting him on the line there, just about getting nudged out into second place though. But a very good, fun race, very close right up until the end. And there we go. So just 400ths or thereabouts. Okay, so we're here in Namibia for the second race. Once again, this is a cross-country race, so point A to B race. I love the way the vehicle moves when you do give it a rev. We're going to change view actually. Got to find the change view button. There we go. So now I normally have the bumper cam with gravel. I find that's the best view. We'll stick with this one for now, and then we'll change it up again. So look at these jumps. These are massive jumps here. Oh, that's not ended well, is it? Okay, tell you what, we're going to start again. But this is what makes gravel so, you know, compelling to play. You have these incredible environments. They're not frightened to throw big long straights at you as well, so you get up to top speed, and it is quite brilliant stuff. Right, so away we go then. Got to be wary now. Got these huge jumps coming up, so we're going to try and tiptoe our way through as best I can, albeit by keeping the speed up as well. So I'm going to come off the accelerator here. Hopefully we can get. Oh no, we're into the side of the sort of rock formation, and look at this for a crash. Okay, let's try that one again, shall we? Okay, so first time lucky. I'm going to change the view. Let's go with the bonnet cam just so I can see a little bit better, because I was hitting that rock to the left hand side, so I'm going to stay over to the right this time as much as possible. Full throttle. Oh, are we going to hit it? No, we're okay this time. So wrestling with the T300. Wow, look how fast, look how high that guy got in front over that jump. Absolutely incredible. So I did my best to weave in and out of the trees. Ah, so into the side there. But we haven't lost too many places. So it's a decent sounding car, I'd say. In gravel we do have vehicles which, you know, it's very much a mixed bag. Some vehicles sound great, some sound poor. So it really depends on what you choose. Right, I can't actually see any of my opponents right now. I'm going to change down gear here, over the water. In fact, I'm going to change up now this time. No, fourth gear's no good. We'll go back down to third. Building the revs through here, a little bit on the brakes. Oh, it's tighter than I expected. So a bit of sideways action there, why not? Happened to third. Yeah, we're in fourth place. We've got about half to go of the distance. Oh, this car is such a handful. It really is a clumsy car. It's fun to drive, of course, but it's not really going where I want to put it, to put it mildly. Okay, some pressure from behind then. Yeah, fun car to drive, but as I say, it's tough to actually get it where you want to put it. It's very heavy. It feels very cumbersome. I guess it's a good car if you want a challenge in gravel. You know, it certainly will give you that, especially if you're using a racing wheel. The force feedback is set. I've got it to quite high actually. I do like a bit of force feedback, particularly in arcade races. I tend to sort of hit it higher up than what I would have in a racing sim, but I think it's what makes gravel such fun, is the force feedback and this sort of depth of the handling model. It really does come together to make a really fun experience. Okay, so we're just closing up on the people in front, but I think we're going to run out of time, in fact, or distance I should say. So you can see the pyrotechnics going off in the background, so that's it for the race pretty much. I might actually get a little bit closer to the guy in front. Let's see. Oh, huge jump. But no, we're not going to. Okay, so fourth place then. Okay, so we're going to be taking part in a smash up event, which basically you have to smash through the green arrows and avoid the red X's. Okay, so we're from the bomber cam this time. I've actually turned down the degrees of rotation on my T300 wheel, just to make it a little bit easier to chuck this car about, because you will have to make sort of last minute adjustments on the steering. Now you do actually have to break through these signs, because if you miss them completely you will get respawned, so you really do have to get through each and every one, whether you're hitting the arrow or the X. Of course you've got to be aiming for the arrows. If you hit the X you will be slowed down, so naturally you're up against the clock, so you know it's not a good idea to hit too many X's. And it's a very challenging mode this, and you would have seen something like this on I believe it was Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo, where it had a number of sort of party events, if you like, and this was I think this was one of them, and just a nice fun addition, isn't it, to, you know, gravel's an arcade racer of course, and things like this do suit the game a lot better than say Sebastian Loeb. But even so, I still enjoyed. Oh, look at this! Oh dear. Still enjoy the fun modes in Sebastian Loeb. Just sort of a nice change of pace from the sort of traditional racing. Okay, so the car is responding better now. I've turned down the degrees of rotation on the wheel. I find it a lot easier to sling about, which is good. Good fun, this car. Recommended if you want a little bit more challenging gravel. Download this free car and have a go for yourselves. I believe there is like one or two more free cars coming. I can't actually remember off the top of my head, but we certainly had, I think, 2 free cars already, I believe. It's nice to see Milestone are giving out some free content along with a sort of paid DLC as well, which they have running alongside it. There's a big jump here. Wow. Whoa. Keeping it steady. Up into 4th gear. I'm going to be crossing the line. Oh, I've missed the very last one. So there you go. I had to respawn. Oh, that's a shame, wasn't it? We Just took my eye off the ball there, just had my focus completely on the finish line there, and that's what happens. So there you go. Let ourselves down at the end there, but never mind, still good fun. Okay, so different scenery here. We're at Mont Blanc in this sort of icy environment. Okay, not something I'd normally do, but let's try some chase cam action using a steering wheel. Just goes to show how different the variety of environments gravel does throw at you is, you know, it's pretty impressive. Of course, you've got, you know, day and night on a lot of these tracks, if not all of them, and some of the tracks, locations you have, like wet weather as well. So it does change things up nicely. Different surface types, of course, different locations throughout the world. You've got your beaches, you've got your deserts, you've got Australian, you've got sort of icy stuff that you see here as well. So it's a good mix of environments. I guess it is sort of similar to dirt in some ways, gravel. Personally, I'll get more out of gravel than I did with Dirt 4. But I guess it's all up to taste, really. I find this game's a little bit more fun with the wheel than Dirt 4 was. Get some nice drifting action going on here. I like the way you can just sort of hold a drift. This car's perhaps not the best car to drift with for obvious reasons, but you know, when you have a lighter, more nimble car with a bit more speed, you can certainly hold a drift for a number of seconds on this surface, and it really is a lot of fun. Okay, so lap 2 of 3. And although it is not perhaps the best car for this surface type, I've got to say it's having a lot of fun here. Trying to squeeze through here. Oh no, is it a tree? Not good. Oh, as I sort of snake the car out there. A little dab on the brakes, get that rear end coming out. So you head through the tunnel. It's a big car as well, so I'm sort of struggling to squeeze through these gaps. And I certainly wouldn't normally play chase cam. Never mind chase cam, we're using the racing wheel. It is very odd to me. But still, it's all good. Okay, get down to second here, regain some traction. Look at that slide, you just keep it going. Really satisfying. Okay, so where are we? We're in 4th place. Closing up on the drivers in front. Okay, we've got a left-hander coming up here. Oh! So I'm wrestling with the T300 wheel, and it really is a lot of fun. Okay, so squeezing past into third, looking for second place now to get the brakes, second gear. Okay, back into the tunnel then. Oh, getting a little bit too much sideways there. A little dab on the brakes. Get that rear end kicking out, but too much. Okay, somehow managing to hold on to second place there. Just a little bit of barging going on, why not? Oh, he's got me on the inside though, so gonna keep it on the left here. We've got the inside line. Good battle going on here then for second place. As I get it nice and sideways. Okay, up into third before I break the gearbox. Okay, so we're going to be coming across the line, so good fun. And there we go, second place for that event. Good fun car to drive, but perhaps not the best, not the most agile car as you can imagine.
Everything needed.
Okay, so here's the final race then. We're going to be looking at Los Angeles here, the stadium circuit. 6 laps of mayhem coming up. Now this track does split into left and right sections, as you can see. And it's up to you which you choose. And we are up into second place already. Now this is where it gets interesting. When it joins up here, you're going to get a crash probably. Oh, but narrowly avoiding contact there. I was expecting the guy in front actually to turn left there, so a bit of contact from behind. So it does get pretty hectic. Now in stadium circuits you will notice sort of frame dips here and there. It does seem to struggle at times. which is a shame, but it's just the nature of the beast really. When you have stadium circuits, you know, Dirt 4 suffered the same. I think it was Mexico. It was particularly bad. It was some of the worst frame drops I've ever seen actually this generation. So for whatever reason, stadium circuits seem to be a massive challenge for developers. Okay, so we're in first place now. Oh, bit of understeer there. So I do like the pyrotechnics. Oh no, I've got caught up here. Forget how big this car is in bonnet cam. It's can be deceiving. But yeah, good fun this car. Very big, very awkward, very difficult to actually place it where you want to place it, but at the same time it's a lot of fun because it is so, you know, big and clumsy. Oh, look at that, for example. It's quite unpredictable as well. You don't know what you're going to get really, but still having a lot of fun. That's the main thing, isn't it? Oh. Okay, so lap 66, this is it then for the finish line, and that was that for gravel. Looking at the free Ford Bronco car. Let us know if you've picked up the game, what you think of it in the comments, and we'll have more racing action coming up very shortly. Thanks for watching.